What is it, YouTube? This is SidLexter9 and welcome back to Portal 2. Now where we left off, well, we landed down here. Where we left off, let's say actually exactly where we left off. We took over the facility with Wheelie. We took over the facility after we were being idiots and we decided to plug him into Gladys's mainframe. And therefore, we then fell way down that elevator shaft, whatever you want it is. Way down there into here. So let's just move on. And we are in old Aperture Science. Other words that I like to refer to as the undergrounds. Undergrounds. So yeah, that's what I like to refer to this area as, the undergrounds. Even though this whole game takes place underground, much like System Anyways, let's go ahead and just continue moving the wrong way. We're already here at the whole Wheatley thing. I'm a little surprised though, actually. And I'm sorry about the high game audio last time I was here. Yeah, it's just a little error that I made an accident. And this is actually my favorite Portal game. So. Now when I first got this game on my laptop, actually there was a little bit of a bug, I think it was. Original Aperture was built inside of a salt mine. And apparently, like notice how it's a little bit, like it's a tad bit white. Apparently, the walls are all glowing. I don't know why they were glowing. Not like bright glowing, but like highlighted. Like highlighted whites. They weren't like glowing to the point where the whole dang screen was like, it's nothing but white. It's hard to explain exactly what it was. Wasn't very good. I guess it's a little bit of a bug they patched. So now we're gonna go ahead and that portal in. Over there. The orange portal here. So now the goal is to press both these buttons at one time. And how do we do that? Portals. That's when I look at the cool timer. I like how it takes this giant door here just to cover that one little door. I love that. Not sure what the keep out signs are for. I understand it's to keep people out of the thing, but still, why? When your facility is deep below ground, like really deep below ground, I would say. Like Empire State Building after Empire State Building stacked on top of each other kind of down. So now we have this little broken door here. Doesn't mean you're going the right way. Oh no, I wonder what we do here.
War heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best, and you are it. So, who is ready to make some science?
I
am. Now, you already met one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself. I'm Cave Johnson. I own the place. That eager voice you heard is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
She's the backbone of this facility. Pretty as a postcard, too. Sorry, fellas. She's married. To science.
Now it's gonna leave us to figure out what we have to do, and then it turns out we have to fly through here.
There's 1,000 tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally oversee every one of them, so these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure. Your test assignment will vary depending on the manner in which you have bent the world to your will. Those of you helping us test the repulsion gel today, just follow the blue line on the floor. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you, fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
Mantis Man. Yeah, I do not see myself going through that kind of thing. Fighting an army of Mantis Man. Home Station Alpha. Now these gels here, they play a pretty big role within these little test chambers. From these test chambers onwards, you're gonna have this gel in it, and it plays a pretty big role in these test chambers. You cannot complete them without the gel. It's impossible. Besides, I don't think there is a non-way to be able to, do this.
They say great science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.
My parents are home, I think. Well, I might have to cut this video short. This video is gonna be short, I'm sorry. And I don't want to have to take about a couple hours at least just to...
All right, let's get started. This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs. Tragic, but informative. Or so I'm told.
Alright, so anyways. Alright, so anyways. Alright, so blue gel allows you to bounce higher, jump higher. Yeah, orange gel allows you to run faster. White gel is just a clean gel to get rid of that gel that you have down. And that's really all you need to know. Wait, no, white gel is for portable surfaces, and the clear gel is the cleaning gel. There, now I remember. So essentially, pretty much, the clear gel is pretty much water. That's kind of what it is. So I'm not sure why they call it gel. It's kind of just plain water.
The lab boys just informed me that I should not have mentioned the control group. They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages. I pay the bills here, I can talk about the control group all damn day.
That is true, K. Johnson. You do got a point.
For this next test, we put nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos that are going to travel into your bloodstream and pump experimental genes and RNA molecules and so forth into your tumors. Now, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sit on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too.
Oh no, they're not. Also, another thing. kind of annoying when you cover a cube and completely cover a cube in the blue gel, because it just keeps bouncing all over the place and you can't do anything about it unless you're faster than Flash. You know what I like about these tests? I did not mean to do that on purpose. Now, what I like about these tests is that they're actually longer than the GLaDOS tests, which is actually just makes them more fun. No, it's not being an idiot this time. Put into the field thing. I keep forgetting its name. I'm dumb. Aperture Fizzler. This is called a Fizzler, not its full name, which is Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grid, or Grill, however you want to say it.
Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton.
Yeah, that's fine.
All these science spheres are made of asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44.6 years. So if you're 30 or older, you're laughing. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a few rounds of canasta. Plus, you forwarded the cause of science by 3 centuries. I punch those numbers into my calculator, it makes a happy face.
Hit through there. I don't think you have to hit in there, but you can if you want. I'm not sure.
I like your
Oh,
style.
you have to.
You make up your own rules, just like me. Bean Counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Ramps are expensive. They're not expensive at all. Ramps are not even that much. You literally just take a plank of wood. Well, unless you want it to be nice, then yeah. Alright, so in this test you want to set up the repulsion gel, not propulsion gel, that's the orange gel. The repulsion gel. Now in this test chamber you actually want to set it up. Not set it up, I'm done. I can't speak English. So anyways, what you want to do is you want to have some of the repulsion gel right there. I can't exactly point because it's not multiplayer, but you can basically right there. I'll put it right there. And then you want to jump across, so oh yeah, I forgot to mention you have to do it here too. So now what you want to do, very simple. Now, take that. You should want to wait for that to be completely full. That way you don't die, you idiot. Really, it wouldn't be your player's fault, it'd actually be the game's fault. So, I shouldn't be saying that at all, I have no right to be saying that.
Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it so we can track the neuronal activity in your brain. There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction.
That's a pretty bad idea. Pretty bad idea, if you ask me. Really bad idea.
Now, if you're part of control group Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast.
Alright, so this is a perfect example of the cleaning gel. Now, it's pretty much just plain old water, and it just cleans the gel. It just do much after that, it just does that. Just cleans up the gel. That's all it does. Come on. So we're about to demonstrate it. In a second now. And there it is, cleaning gel. It cleans the gel. Yeah, that's pretty much the last time you're ever gonna see it in story mode. Pretty much the last time.
I'm telling them, keep your pants on. All right, this next test may involve trace amounts of time travel. So, word of advice, if you meet yourself on the testing track, don't make eye contact. Lab boys tell me that'll wipe out time. Entirely. Forward and backward. So, do both of yourselves a favor and just let that handsome devil go about his business.
Alright, so now we're above the test chamber here. And this section can be a little tedious if you don't know what you're doing. I've beaten this game like 5 times, so I know what I'm doing. So anyways, this is just to get back in case you mess up. So what you want to do is this. And you don't want to die. Because that water will kill you. It's known as deadly goo in this game. That's no joke what it's called in this game. That's what they call it. At least no one knows exactly what it is. Not even the Valve themselves know what it's made out of. But it's goo that can kill you. That's all I've got to say. Take a little bit of time. Okay, so now what we don't want to do is die. That's what we not want to do. That's bad. So we don't want to die. If we do, then that's on. No, gotta stop bouncing. Didn't make it. It's been a long time since I played this test, so it's not that I remember exactly how to do it. Hold on a minute, I'm done. I always forget how to do that. Probably because it's been a long time since I played this game. Probably because it's been
If
a
you're
long
hearing
time.
this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I'm no psychiatrist, but coming from a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger if it walked up and snapped their little pink bras, that sounds like projection. They didn't fly into space, storm a beach, or bring back the gold. No, sir, we did. It's you and me against the world, son. I like your grit. Hustle could use some work, though. Now let's solve this thing.
Alright, so this test is pretty simple. What you want to do is you want to put the repulsion gel in here, in the wrong portal. And this is an example of how annoying the cube's can be when they're covered in the repulsion gel. Pretty annoying because guess what? It just bounces around for an unlimited amount of time. Get back here. Wow. Stop. There. And that's why we have a cleaning gel right there. Just stop. And there we go. Test complete. Repulsion gel.
Science isn't about why, it's about why not. Why is so much of our science dangerous? Why not marry safe science if you love it so much. In fact, why not invent a special safety door that won't hit you on the butt on the way out, because you are fired! Now you test subject, you're doing fine. Yes, you. Box your stuff. Out the front door. Parking lot. Car. Goodbye.
I love that line. I love that line. I just do. Parking lot. Car. Goodbye. Anyways, guys, that's much sad for this video. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content and more videos. Anyways, my name is Sublecture9, and I'm signing out. Peace.